Shout out to our good friend, Mr. Leon Sly, the Sly guy up in Maryland, the man, the myth, and the legend, putting out straight up fire out of his shop right there. This bad boy is just doused. I mean, just absolutely saturated with silver and blue inlay work all the way through. What a sexy beast this is right here. Big Leon Sly, brand new, unchalked, unplayed. One of my favorite combinations. You got ebony into ebony. Some of the best point work, bar none, in the universe right here. Look at those straight points. Has kind of that peacock type color on the veneers. So it starts off with a natural going into a light blue, which is possibly an ocean blue, and then kind of a indigo blue. It's amazing how the blue kind of fades into the other blue, and then it fades into that ebony. So you've got triple blue and either natural or silver on the inside, kind of a natural silverish color, if you will. I like this particular type of ebony because instead of just being what they call cold black or jet black, it has some brown streaks going through it, which really gives it a lot of character. But my favorite part about this cue, and boy is that ebony just really sexy, it's the silver work. I mean, this is just a work of art. So the silver work starts at the joint. You've got the silver spearheads right there going all the way around, of course. Radial pin, that is an elforion, however you want to pronounce that, on the joint. Some people call it elforion. That stuff plays really good. I like it. For an ivory substitute, it's definitely one of the best. A lot of the cue makers will use that in inlays, the joint, ferrules, all kinds of different material. It holds up really well, by the way. But the silver starts at the joint, and then in each of the points, you have a silver spearhead, a silver dot, and then a series of silver dots surrounding a blue inlay that really, really, really goes well with the color of the veneers. This wrap is a premium black lizard belly wrap. Now, for those of you that are new to the world of exotic wraps, when you choose to get a lizard wrap, if they start off with a skin and you take a side cut or you take a shoulder cut or whatever the case may be, right? You can get several wraps out of that skin. When they decide to do the belly cut, which is what Leon did with this right here, the belly cut is known to be the creme de la creme, of course, right? That's why it's a premium wrap. They basically have to utilize the whole entire skin. So they're way more expensive because when you do a belly cut, it takes up basically the whole wrap. They may have a couple of scraps, but 99.9% of the time, they're not going to be able to make several wraps. They're only going to get one. So, man, this thing feels phenomenal. And it's installed perfectly, of course, just like everything Leon does. Leon's work is among some of the best of the best of the best. He is a top tier, top shelf cue maker. His finish work, his point work, the inlays, and above all, the playability are definitely among some of the best. So moving down to the end of the cue here, in the base of the cue, you have, of course, an ebony butt sleeve that is, again, just doused with silver inlays. I haven't counted the inlays, but there's definitely 100 and some plus inlays in this cue. I like how he does these ebony design windows. There's 4 of them. Now notice the precision, okay? When you look at extremely high level cue making, everything is going to line up, starting with the logo at the bottom, starting with that piece of silver, and then it goes on and on and on. You've got the silver bars, the silver circles, and it just goes perfectly straight into the top of the cue, and then of course topping off at the point, the silver, and then the joint. That is what you call precision cue making at its finest. Look at that butt sleeve. As I spin it under the lights, you can really get an idea of the type of effect that silver gives you. That is genuine, real silver, by the way. all the way through. And then you've got that crown butt cap with the Sly logo at the bottom. Let me spin this for you so you can really see what this is. Leon is a good personal friend of ours. We consider it to be a great privilege that we have a standing order with Leon. We order several cues at a time. He is running around a 2 to 3 year wait right now. So if you were to try to order a cue like this, you're going to wait for 2 to 3 years to get it. We are privileged to have it in stock right now at Crossroad Cues. It is unchalked, unplayed. The butt is a 14.7 ounce. This is a standard cue, by the way, 58 inches, 29 on the butt, 29 on the shafts. Nice forward balance to it, okay? The reason this is under 15 ounces, Leon is one of the cue makers out there, one of the many cue makers, by the way, that believes in the coring process, okay? So even though the outside wood species is ebony, inside of this it's cored with maple, okay? It's cored for, again, the consistency of the hit, the stability of the cue above all, and weight control. So the handle section of the cue is actually a laminated maple handle underneath there. The reason he does that, he says that when you do the combination of coring the cue the way that he does with the laminated handle, the probability of it warping, as long as you keep it in good weather conditions, is very, 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 very low chance of that happening. So in any event, brand new Sly, all kinds of silver work. You could add weight, by the way. So if you like a heavier cue, you want to add an ounce, you want to add 2 ounces, whatever you want to add, you could do that. Both shafts, of course, are standard size 29. They are both 3.7 ounce, 13 millimeters. Man, is this a beautiful, beautiful cue. His cues are not only great players, they are like works of art within themselves. You just never get tired of looking at that black ebony with all of the silver in this cue. To get a cue like this, if I might say notably, from many cue makers, okay, you're going to pay $5,000 or $6,000 to get this type of a cue, and it may not be anywhere near the type of quality that you're getting in this for under $3,500. That is a lot of cue. If you need some financing, we have financing options. Once it loads to our website, crossroadcues.com, you can check out the financing options. Send me a call, send me a message. If you see this on YouTube, you need to check with me, make sure that it's available. Our YouTube page or channel is not always updated, but we do stay diligent about updating our page, Crossroad Cues Gallery page on Facebook, and of course, crossroadcues.com. Ebony into ebony with those beautiful blue veneers and a massive amount of silver work. Thanks again, Mr. Leon Sly. Sly Custom Cues available right now at crossroadcues.com.